Yo, what's going on, guys? Today we are talking about how to grow on Instagram in 2022. Now, Instagram is definitely a very hard place to grow these days. I feel like we all know that, but the reason why I'm actually making this video is because I kind of had a breakthrough, and over the past 2 months, I've actually gained about 10,000 followers over on Instagram. So my goal in today's video is to share with you guys 5 things I've kind of learned over the past couple months, talking a little bit about what my personal strategy is, the things I'm posting, the things I'm noticing, and I truly do think some of these tips are going to be helpful for you guys if you implement them into your own work. Now, real quick, before we jump into this first tip, be sure to drop this video a thumbs up and make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel as well. It really helps me out, and honestly, YouTube is my long-term goal, so any help really does go a long way. And then second of all, obviously, we're talking about Instagram, so go over to Instagram, follow your boy at JHAWK, and you guys can also kind of follow along with some of the things I'm going to be talking about and see some actual examples for yourself as well. But enough chit chat, let's talk about the first tip that I have for growing on Instagram in 2022. All right, so if you're going to post photos on Instagram, definitely post more than one. Now, the theory is the longer that people stay on your page or on your post, the better it is for the algorithm. Well, an easy way to make them stay longer is to have multiple photos for them to look at. So instead of just posting that one single photo, post multiple in a carousel. So have a wide angle, have a cropped shot, maybe have a funny thing at the end. A mistake that I see a lot of people do is maybe they have a fun little mini photo shoot and they just post one photo at a time, maybe on 4 different days from that same little shoot. I know it takes a lot more time and effort, but to me, I think it's a way better idea to post all 4 of those photos on one single day. People are going to stick around longer, people are going to be on your page longer, and that is what you really want. Or maybe split it up into 2 days and have 2 photos on each. I would say if you're going to make a post on Instagram, at least have 2 photos. I prefer having 3 to 5 if possible. Even if photo A and photo B aren't that different, just crop it a bit, and I'm telling you, having more than one photo really does help out a lot. So the next tip I have is Instagram Reels. Now, I think everyone has heard this before. Instagram Reels is the future right now. And although a lot of us were very hesitant against this or just against it flat out, because Instagram used to be a photo dominant platform, but just, I'm gonna call it is what it is. It's not that way anymore. TikTok changed the entire game of short form vertical content when it comes to video, and it is honestly the future. At least it needs to be part of your future. Now, first thing about that is do not be intimidated. You might be thinking, well, I don't shoot videos, I don't do anything cool with videos, I just try to document my life. Or maybe you're saying, you know, I am actually just a photographer, video doesn't interest me at all. I think you just gotta dumb it down a bit. Don't overthink it. If, let's say you're a photographer and you don't normally shoot videos, just do a quick little time-lapse video of you shooting some photography. Maybe it's product photography, or maybe you're shooting photos of a model. Set up your phone over to the side, shoot a little BTS thing, throw it together real quick, and right there you have a little 6 to 15 second Instagram reel, and honestly, that's all you need. Or a way that I kind of think about it often is, what would the photo be that I'm taking right now? And just think of how to make that into a video format. People love seeing that behind the scenes vibe of people's content, and I personally think that's why a lot of photographers are super successful on platforms like YouTube, because people want to see how they actually make these photos. So just change your mindset a little bit. I know that short form vertical content is not what we always wanted Instagram to be, but it's here, and I think it's here to stay. So you might as well embrace it. And for sure, a fact, Instagram is pushing Reels a lot compared to other types of posts. So don't be intimidated, try it out and see what happens. Also, I apologize in advance. The light is changing in my office so much right now because the sun is booming on my window right now. But we gotta get this video shot, so let's carry on. All right, so next thing up, you have to be active on Instagram stories. Now, Instagram stories is actually my favorite part of Instagram. It's the way that I feel connected to a lot of people, and I almost see it as like the not as polished version of people's content. I love seeing behind the scenes stuff of people's day, what they're eating, what they're doing at the gym. And out of most people that I know and ask, if they're opening up Instagram for themselves, the first thing they do is go to Instagram stories, and that's how they consume most of their content. But again, with Instagram stories, engagement is key. So what I've personally been trying for my own strategy is I try to post at least 3 to 5 Instagram stories a day. And again, they don't have to be anything crazy. They can be very raw photos or videos, boomerangs, whatever you want to do. But going back to the engagement part of this is make those stories interactive. So add things like the sliders, do things like the polls, maybe ask some questions. The more people interact with your stories and the longer people stay on your page, on your feed, on your stories, that is how you grow. And that's how Instagram's going to realize, okay, people are enjoying this content. We need to send it to other people and see if they like it as well. well. So Instagram stories is my favorite part of Instagram, and I'm telling you, if you kind of include some of those tips or start doing some of those things, you're going to see that view count go up on your stories. So next up, we have consistency. Surprise, surprise. Now, I believe on pretty much every social platform, but especially Instagram, momentum really matters. So if you see something really working for you or a certain type of content take off, keep doing that thing. Maybe it's an Instagram reel or a certain type of Instagram story. Start doing more of that exact type of content. Or maybe you're talking about a certain topic in your captions or on your Instagram stories or in your reels. Keep talking about that specific topic. And I know this one sounds obvious, but I think it's something that we all lose sight in sometimes. Maybe we see a little bit of success with something and we think, okay, well now I can do anything I want and I'm going to continue to see those numbers climb. That's just not how it works. If you strike gold, I would definitely recommend to kind of hop on that and keep kind of building off of that. And I don't mean you have to only do that type of content moving forward. You can still sprinkle in some other stuff or maybe what you actually really enjoy. But I mean, think about it. If something's really working for you, you would kind of be crazy to not kind of keep that going and see what it could do. And this is a really important one for me. It's something that I've been trying to really incorporate into my own strategy over the past couple months. And in the last 30 days specifically, I have posted on my feed every single day, as well as I've been active on my Instagram stories every single day as well. So it's working for me. I think it will definitely work for you as well. All right, so the next tip I have is you have to be ready. Now, let me explain this one. When this all kind of spike and growth started for me, what actually did it is because I had an Instagram reel that kind of just blew up overnight. It hit like over 1 million views in under a week. And up until that point, I was posting on Instagram pretty consistently, but I wasn't doing all the stuff that I've kind of incorporated these days. So 1 million views in a week, is that luck? Sure. But what actually made the people stay on my page and want to actually follow me? I guarantee most of them looked at the rest of my page, enjoyed the vibe of my content and my feed, or was just stuff that they actually were interested in themselves and they wanted to stick around and see more of it in the future. So luck is definitely a factor when it comes to social media and kind of having a bigger following, but luck is only going to take you so far. If you don't have the supporting work or a portfolio kind of built up, whenever something does strike hot and a huge spike happens with a specific piece of content, you have to have a reason for people to actually want to stay and see more from you in the future. And if the only thing you have is that one piece of content that blew up, chances are that people aren't going to stick around just for that one piece of content. Build up that portfolio of work and it's going to be a win-win because you're only going to get better as well. Now, a little bonus tip here, which I'm just going to keep quick, is don't forget about hashtags. I would say more than at least half of my engagement or impressions is through me actually using hashtags and that being part of the searchability. So you'll have to do a little bit of research for yourself depending on what your actual niche is, but you can use up to 30 hashtags in your post. It doesn't have to be in the caption. It can still be in the comments, and I haven't seen a difference between either one. But I strongly suggest you do use hashtags relating to whatever it is. Like personally, I do a lot of tech, camera gear, and home office stuff. So a lot of my hashtags deal with tech, home office, things like that. The cameras I'm using, so on and so forth. So don't forget about hashtags. They are back and better than ever. Maybe not better than ever, but they are working, so definitely include those. So a little bit more proof that this is actually a working strategy, not just because of the follower number, but actually about a week ago, I officially partnered up with Ghost Lifestyle. Now, Ghost Lifestyle is a brand that I've personally been using for coming up on 4 years. They're a brand that I really love, and honestly, it's been a dream to always someday work with them. And a big base of this entire partnership is because of my Instagram. Not only the growth, but the consistency and the fact that I'm trying out different things like reels that they haven't exactly seen before. And I wasn't even posting Instagram reels, 4, 5, 6 months ago. So all because I started trying to be a little bit more consistent and tried out a few different types of content, it led me to having my own discount code with a dream company of mine, which also is JHAWK, in case you guys are ever wondering, or you want to try out any products from ghostlifestyle.com. But for real, I know it's just Instagram, but if you start taking this thing a little bit more seriously or putting a little bit of extra effort into it, it's really cool to see what could happen, and you never know where this could lead down the road. All right, guys, so those are my biggest tips for growing on Instagram in 2022. These are all things that I have been implementing over the past couple months, and it really is working for me. And I'm someone who has been in this YouTube, Instagram space now for coming up on a couple years. So finally seeing a big spike in some growth is a really exciting thing. And if I can share any of that or help you guys get that same feeling, then that's exactly what my goal is with this type of content. So guys, I hope you enjoyed watching today's video, and let me know down in the comments below, 1, one, not only if you learned something in today's video and you found this video helpful, but also two, if you know a different strategy or a different tip, let's hear it down in the comments below and maybe we can all learn something from one another. Guys, I could talk about Instagram all day long, but I will save that for part 2 of this video. If you guys did enjoy watching, will you please drop this video a thumbs up? If you're new around here, consider subscribing. It helps out me and the channel more than you can even imagine. And honestly, YouTube is my long-term goal with all this, so it really does go a long way. But guys, I am out for now. I will catch you in the next video very, very soon, and hopefully over on Instagram as well. Peace, guys.